All right, so I'm going to flip this over because there is a curl to the net, and it was curling the other way, so it's easier for me to face it this way, and then we can go ahead and put our bead. We're gonna start holding it down on this corner first. All right, so just placing it in a corner, and I'm going to use the wider part of the bead push roller, whatever you call it, and just go ahead and roll it. Okay, all right, so I got this side already rolled in or pinched in, and I'm going to be working on this last two sides. So I'm going to give some tips here. When you're doing this side, do not overstretch this. If you do, this is aluminum and it's going to break, or you're going to end up cutting it. So don't worry about stretching it, just naturally how it is. Just leave it the way it is, and it's fine. It's going to get taut enough. You also want to think about the fact that there's expansion. This is metal. There's expansion and contraction in the future. All right, so I'm gonna give some tips of how to best roll this. Of course, you start on a corner like this, and you take your roller, and what you want to do, you're not pressing it in. What you want to do is you're rolling it in. Okay, so you would want to make several passes, not hard, but you would want to make sure that you just put enough pressure to put it in. But again, you're trying to roll it in. Okay, several passes is the key here. Not all the way, and not trying to stretch it, but you're trying to roll it in several passes. So go ahead and just line it up, and don't push too hard for the first time, and then you come back, work on small stretches, about 3-4 inches at a time, and just roll it in. Okay, as you can see, it's going in, and you can go back and forth, but it is not a process that you're pushing it all the way in at one time. That's the secret. Okay.
Go.
Okay. All right. So I want to give some other tips here. The process of rolling, basically what you're doing is you're putting in the bead, and you're stretching the net. And if you do it all together immediately, you're putting too much pressure on the net, and it will break. So you would want to do it as slowly as possible, and it will eventually go in if you go back and forth. And if you hear this crackling noise, that means it's too tight. You would want to go even slower. Just go back and forth. It has some stretch to it. Remember, it has some stretch to it, but you do not want to put too much pressure on the bead at once. It's gonna break. So the last stretch is the most dangerous part because that's when you have most of your pressure. And so it's important for you to take your time and go back and forth and not have the crackling, breaking noise that you could hear. So if you do have that crackling, breaking noise, you need to take it easy and give it more slack. Just push back and give more slack to the screen. All right, so the last step is to cut all around the excess screen. So just take a small utility knife like this, and what you want to do is just score down to the channel, to the outside channel that is, and hold it as you're doing this. So just score it against the metal, and that should relieve the screen, just like that. And then just go around, and if you happen to be pulling out any of the beads, just again press it in, make sure they stay there. Okay.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel to see more do-it-yourself video like these and support my channel. Thank you.